Hello, hello, Dr. Sarah, your brain gal here, and today I'm talking about being ambitious and raising ambitious kids. So, if you are a working mom, you often get a lot of flack probably about trying to work and still raise your kids. There's a lot of mom guilt involved in that, and I'm here to tell you that working and being ambitious is really good for your kids' little brains. And I'm going to tell you why. The first is that brains model brains. So our kids model your behavior, and they're going to model how you do things and how this is for you. So if you show them that being ambitious is important to you and how you are attempting to juggle and balance those things, that's going to be good for your kid's little brain. And not just that, but they're going to learn some critical problem solving skills and communication skills based on the way you talk out loud about your enjoyment of being ambitious and also some of the struggles you might have with being ambitious. So brains model brains. So when you're ambitious, talk out loud about it. Don't apologize for that, and show your kids' little brains how to grow ambitious themselves. And not just that, but the other thing that we can see in our kids is independence building. So when we're ambitious, we are doing a lot of things at once. We not only do we value independence in ourselves and we're modeling that, but we also need to help our kids build independence because we need the help of that team, right? So what we're really doing is expecting our kids to be more independent, teaching them the skills they need to make their own lunch, to take out the trash, to help empty the dishwasher, to be a part of that family, because we need them to be a little bit more independent, and that is actually going to help them be more successful. So that kind of independence is an excellent skill to build in their kids. And not just that, but not only do we not have time for lots of extra things, but we don't have time for the shoulds anymore. We have no times for the shoulds of parenting either. So the should limit this, should limit that. We do what our little brains need, our kids' little brains need, and that's what makes them the most successful. So when you're ambitious, you're really only looking at what's at the very top of what those kids need, and that's what's going to build their little brains. We don't have time to think about whether or not another parent is going to like it or not like it, because here everybody is working together to move forward, and we're really addressing what each member of the family needs in order to be more successful and in order to meet the ambition that they each independently have. So these are great skills that being ambitious is good for your kid's little brain. And when you're ambitious, you're likely to have some support in terms of raising your kids. So something like daycare is actually good for your kid's brain, because the social interactions that the kids get, these emotional and behavioral skills that they learn while being around other children, will grow their little brain and helps to make them more ambitious. If you have a little kiddo who runs that preschool room, you know that you are training your kid's little brain to be ambitious, and they are modeling your brains, and they're learning how to interact with other brains in order to feel good and want to build up their skills and become better and give back in a different way too, right? And I'm sure that if you are ambitious, you've built these good communication skills. So if you ever heard your kids say something like, you have a very good point about my room, but I'd really like to be able to go play with my friends first, and then I can come home and do my room later. How does that sound? You know that they've been modeling your communication style, and they're becoming their own little negotiators. So next time somebody tells you that being ambitious is bad for your kids, it is not. Being ambitious is good for your kid's brain. And not just that, but it builds so many wonderful skills of being independent and learning how to communicate and identifying what you want and making a goal and reaching for it. So as long as you're thinking about your kid's little brain and what skills they need to build and showing them that they can reach these goals, be ambitious and shoot up for the top one, you are doing a good job. So good job, mama. You are building your kid's brain by being ambitious.